having a career is crucial for every person aspiring to become successful in life.
It is a multi-stage process that needs to be thoroughly planned and executed to reap the desired benefits.
In today's time, with such diverse career options and fields to explore, it is quite confusing for us to choose a certain field that provides both professional and personal satisfaction.
So, dear audience, as you know, Swarnprastha welcome luminaries from various walks of life to visit the school and to share their talent and expertise for the holistic development of the students. Today, a special workshop is organized for all of us to dispel the doubts which we have regarding our future career options.
We all wish you a fantabulous morning to our dear guests, parents and teachers. Before the launch of this event, let us welcome and acknowledge the presence of our distinguished guests, our keynote speakers for this event, Ms. Pervin Malhotra and Mr. Zubin Malhotra.
They are with us today to give us shape to our careers and dreams.
It is a deep privilege for us to welcome members of School Managing Committee, Shri Anmol Kedia ji, Shri Amit Saxena ji, Principal Mr. Rohit Panda ji, Headmaster Mr. S.P. Singh, Headmistress Mrs. Megha Kaushik. We extend deep gratitude to our chairperson, Shri Roshan Agarwal ji. Now, we request our principal, Mr. Rohit Panda, to welcome Ms. Pervin Malhotra with a token of gratitude. We request sir to welcome Mr. Zubin Malhotra with a planter and token of reverence. We feel deeply cherished with your presence, sir. We welcome you, sir.
Let's begin this propitious day with lamp lighting ceremony to await the blessings of God. For seeking the choicest blessings for the same, may I now invite our guest, Mrs. Pervin Malhotra, Mr. Zubin Malhotra, Principal Mr. Rohit Panda, Headmaster Mr. S.P. Singh, Senior Coordinator Mr. 𝐒𝐴𝐵𝐷 and the members of School Managing Committee to light the lamp and make this morning blessed and bright. We all hope this flame lightens everything with hope and positivity. Thank you so much, everyone.
Continue to take it step by step. The goals you set are your bread.
When progress is slow and you're feeling down, keep moving forward and hold your ground.
Rightly said, Vanshika, there are so many challenges waiting for us in future.
Yes, Aryan, one needs to be strong enough to tackle those challenges. They are an opportunity to build our faith, inner strength and courage.
You know, Vanshika, today we will learn to create an opportunities here. For this, we have with us Mrs. Pervin Malhotra. She is heading an agency named 𝐒𝐤𝐫𝐚𝐫𝐬𝐿, that is Career Guidance India. 𝐒𝐤𝐫𝐚𝐫𝐬𝐿 is India's premier agency in providing education and career information and counseling lakhs of students and parents every year. Ms. Pervin Malhotra is a widely read career columnist whose columns are a regular feature and in all major national daily newspapers and magazines. Besides publishing close to 100 in-depth career guides reports, she has recently authored the best-selling Times book of New Age Career. A big hand for her. She is a prize speaker at university convocations, colleges, FECI, SOCHAM, Rotary and Lions clubs, NCRT, schools, etc. Ms. Malhotra and staff at 𝐒𝐤𝐫𝐚𝐫𝐬𝐿 conduct special one-to-one counseling and are regularly invited to career fairs, schools and colleges to address students, teachers and parents. The widely attended workshops and seminars across the country highlight the critical issues involved in selecting specific fields of study and planning a successful career. Now, something about 𝐒𝐤𝐫𝐚. 𝐒𝐴𝐚𝐫𝐽 course lies in its exhaustive computerized database on today's educational and caring and career opportunities. The database is continuously enlarged and updated by analyzing employment trends and projections, obtaining critical inputs from experts in industry and academia, and fact-finding the investigation by 𝐶AREN's analysts and research staff. This information is made available through 𝐶AREN's popular series of career books, career reports, career seminars, career counseling, and mass media on 𝐶AREN's website. 𝐶AREN is headed by India's top career counselor, Ms. Pervin Malhotra, who has been hailed by the media as Career Queen and the Career Encyclopedia. Her immensely popular career columns in the print and electronic media reach to an estimated nationwide audience of 50 million week after week. Ms. Pervin regularly holds career workshop and question answer sessions in schools and colleges all over the country and offers one-to-one career counseling. We welcome you, madam.
Dear audience, we have an excellent role model with us, Mr. Zubin Malhotra. He is a career coach and counselor, Career Guidance India, 𝐶AREN. Mr. Zubin is a management graduate and journalist. By training, is a career counselor at Career Guidance in the 𝐶AREN. Mr. Zubin is an alumnus of IIM Kozhikode, where he majored in marketing and finance. His interests span the areas of education, business, and management media, marketing, and information technology. Mr. Zubin has a very professional experience ranging from leading MNC technology giants such as IBM and Oracle to media house and startups. Zubin articles on career are regularly featured in the Times of India, Education Times, and Tribune, and writes weekly columns for Hindustan. His articles also features in magazines. He also has several radio and television appearances to his credit. He answers live queries on CNN IBN's Campus Calling Show. He has also appeared as a career expert on the shows for Headlines Today, Aaj Tak, NDTV, 24/7, India CNN IBN. He is regularly invited by leading schools and colleges, media groups to conduct career counseling guidance.
So without taking much time, we here invite Ms. Pervin Malhotra and Mr. Zubin Malhotra to share their blissful thoughts with us. Welcome, sir. Welcome, madam.
So lovely to be here, really, honestly. And thank you so much for having us here. The management, principals, sir, chairman, sir, parents, students, headmaster, headmistress, teachers, and of course, students. When students come to us for career counseling, we have a little test which we give them, which matches their interest, temperament, personality, aptitude, ability against, you can't imagine how many, 3,500 plus careers. And that test is called the eye opener. Why I talk about the eye opener? Because today my coming here has been an eye opener for me. What a wonderful school and facilities, and what a lovely, lovely welcome, what a wonderful auditorium. And I'm really looking forward with Zubin to having a wonderfully engaging time. Careers की जब बात करते हैं, planning your career or choosing your career is going to be one of the most toughest and most challenging experiences of your life. Really. Why? I will tell you in the course. So it's a very serious matter. But just because it's a serious matter, we don't have to sit there with, very serious faces like we are at a funeral. And Zubin and I are going to keep it very light and humorous. कोई भी मुश्किल चीज़ होती है उसको ह्यूमर से आप डिसिपेट कर सकते हो और टैकल कर सकते हो. एनी सिचुएशन, इवन घर में जब प्रॉब्लम होता है, दो मम्मी पापा के बीच में झगड़ा हो रहा होता है या कुछ भी, तो थोड़ी ह्यूमर इन्फ्यूज़ कर दो तो वो डिसिपेट हो जाता है ना. तो इसी तरह आज हम ये बहुत चैलेंजिंग टास्क और डिफ़िकल्ट टास्क को भी हम निपटाएंगे और कोशिश करेंगे निपटाने की. And I speak in Hindi and English so that that's our language now. English is what we learn in schools, that's the medium, that's what the British gave us, that is the language of business and technology. लेकिन अगर आप कोई भी news channels देखो, कुछ भी देखो, it is now English. Okay, so I'll speak, and Zubin of course will, in Hindi and English so that we are all comfortable and at home. All right. Now, why is it so difficult to choose your career? Number one, the number of options are so huge. मैंने बताया ना 3,500 plus. अब 3,840 suppose careers हैं, और अगर हम सब मिलकर गिनना शुरू करें ना, नेम करना शुरू करें careers को, I promise you, it's a challenge. You will not be able to go beyond 200. That too at the outermost. So if you don't even know what the names of those careers are, how on earth are you going to be able to even decide कि मुझे इसमें जाना चाहिए कि नहीं? तो फिर आप क्या करोगे? वही घिसी पिटी चीजें, मेडिसिन, डॉक्टर बनना है, इंजीनियर बनना है, लॉयर बनना है, ये बनना है, वो बनना है, जो हमें 10-15 चीज. But what has happened? Nothing wrong with those professions, very good professions. But what has happened now? All of you are aware of artificial intelligence. Yeah? Artificial intelligence is machine learning, robotics. Now what has happened, especially in the last few years, is that thousands of jobs, not careers, but jobs, have been taken over by robots. Means एक robot 100 लोगों का काम कर सकता है, और कोई भी काम ऐसा जो होता है जो रेपिटेटिव है, फिर वो मैकेनिकल हो या लीगल हो, एडमिनिस्ट्रेटिव हो, कुछ भी हो, देयर इज ऐसी कोई इंडस्ट्री नहीं है, इंक्लूडिंग द मेडिकल प्रोफेशन, विच इज impervious to the intrusion of artificial intelligence and robotics and what it is doing to careers. Abhi I was reading a very recent article in Forbes which says 300 million jobs are going to be impacted. When you say impacted ka meaning, it's a very mild term. It means that wo jobs hi nahi rahenge, and by the inclusion of artificial intelligence, machine learning, etc. And so what does this mean in actuality? In actuality, what it means is that close to 70% of today's careers, जिसको हम बहुत छाती से बांध के रखते हैं, मुझे तो ये बनना है, वो बनना है, शायद वो careers अगले 10 साल 12 साल की बात नहीं कर रही हूँ, लेकिन अगले 4 या 5 साल में वो करियर्स ही नहीं रहेंगे, वो जॉब्स ही नहीं रहेंगे. तो हम किसकी बात कर रहे हैं? एंड conversely, the new careers that will emerge over the next decade, 60 to 65% of those new careers have not even been invented yet. उनके नाम भी नहीं बने. वो जो मेरा 3,840 का लिस्ट है ना, तो उसमें तो वो नाम भी नहीं आए, कोई भी करियर टेस्ट के अंदर नाम नहीं आया, नॉट जस्ट माई टेस्ट. ओके, तो ऐसे सिचुएशन में हम क्या करेंगे? क्या सॉरी हम हाथ पे हाथ धर के तो नहीं बैठेंगे, है ना? We will not be sitting this thing. You will say that फिर आप लोग क्यों आए हो? What are we going to talk about? 70% of our careers are going to be defunct and 60% of the new careers have not been invented. तो क्या करोगे? बहुत कुछ करोगे, and that is what we will be discussing today. That how to prepare yourself for whatever change, whatever new things come in the future, even about which we know nothing today. Okay, so that is what we. So आपको क्या लगता है कि जो future के jobs हैं, tell me what, according to you, what kind of skills will be required to be able to survive the changes of these careers. Then number 2, the other important thing, 10-15 साल पहले या आपके पेरेंट्स के वक्त में ऐसा था कि अगर आपने कोई भी करियर चुना तो दैट करियर वाज अ करियर फॉर लाइफ, मोर और लेस फॉर लाइफ. नाउ द लाइफ स्पैन ऑफ दैट करियर इज गोइंग टू बी सो शॉर्ट that you will be forced not just to change jobs तो आप बहुत चेंज करेंगे. सपोज आप IT में हैं, आज IBM में है, कल Oracle में है, कई और हैं परसों Infosys या HCL. No, not just change jobs. You will be, because of your job being taken over, you will be forced to even change your career. And always you are not forced to change your career because your job is taken away. You evolve. जो आप जिस सोच को लेकर आप एक करियर एंटर करते हैं स्कूल के बाद या कॉलेज के बाद, आपकी सोच बदल जाती है. योर लाइक्स, योर डिसलाइक्स, all of that changes. Even your aspirations change. Your situation changes. You may have a family now, so it may not permit you to travel, or you may have developed a health condition which will not allow you to do this, that or the other. So many different things. So all of you, every single person sitting in this room today, please be prepared to change your career at least, if not more, at least 3 to 4 times in your lifetime. It will have to happen. It will happen. तो एक चीज पकड़ के आप रहोगे कि नहीं मुझे तो बस ये ही बन के रहना है, शायद आपके नीचे से, पैरों के नीचे से जमीन ही खिसक गई होगी, वो फील ही नहीं रहेगा. And what else is happening? The other thing that is happening is that we have now moved into the knowledge age and the knowledge economy. So what does that mean? That means that unlike the agricultural revolution or the industrial revolution, etc., now the focus is on knowledge. आपका नॉलेज कितना वास्ट, कितना गहरा और कितना मल्टी डायमेंशनल है, दैट विल डिटरमिन वेदर और नॉट आपका जॉब सलामत है कि नहीं, या आप सक्सीड करोगे कि नहीं. और ये तो आपको कैसे ये तय करना है कि नॉलेज ईरा और नॉलेज इकोनॉमी में कैसे बरकरार रहें. फॉर दैट दिस स्कूल that in which you are studying is the most important foundation, because you know what happens when you are in class 7, आपका करिकुलम एक certain level का होता है ना, फिर class 8 में थोड़ा मुश्किल, then 9th में थोड़ा, 10th में थोड़ा, 11th में quantum jump, 12th में थोड़ा और tough, but there is a set syllabus and curriculum. In life there will be no syllabus and no curriculum. You will be bombarded with information from here, there, everywhere. How you make sense of that information, what sense you make out of it, and how do you put it to use in your job. That is what will determine whether you succeed or not, or whether you have that job in the first place or not. So this ability to learn on your own, to be an independent learner, to be a self learner, not just कि भाई टेक्स्ट बुक में ये चैप्टर है, उसके पीछे ये क्वेश्चंस है, ये क्वेश्चंस मैंने तैयार कर दिए एग्जाम के पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से, एग्जाम में जाके उसको उगल दिया. No, to be able to study entirely on your own without a syllabus and continuously till the last date of your career. I have been in this career guidance field for the last 30 to 35 years. All right. आपको लगता होगा कि how nice it is to come and stand in front of an audience and speak. ज्ञान झाड़ना है, अब तो बैठ के करना कुछ नहीं है, बस ज्ञान झाड़ना. No, I swear to you, I spend on a daily basis at least 4 hours, if not more, just doing research. क्या नया आ रहा है, क्या डिफंक्ट हो रहा है, what are the new dimensions, because and if I don't do that, I will be not doing justice to the job that I'm doing, because I'm guiding children's futures. If मुझे नहीं पता कोई नए करियर के बारे में या नए डायरेक्शन के बारे में या इंडस्ट्री ट्रेंड के बारे में, तो मैं बच्चों को क्या गाइड करूँगी? I will be doing them disservice. Ignorance on my part is unforgivable. And this is true now of every career. Every career. कोई भी फील्ड, फिर वो मेडिकल फील्ड क्यों ना हो, आपने MBBS एम्स से क्यों ना किया हो, और MD भी एम्स से क्यों ना किया हो, या अमेरिका जाकर क्यों ना किया हो, the quantum of knowledge in every field is multiplying and reinventing and regrowing at such a phenomenal pace कि आपको constant learner बन के रहना है. And let me tell you something. This is not a difficult thing. If you have chosen a field which you love and which you enjoy, learning for you is a joy. It's an absolute delight and absolute joy. मेरा family, अब summer holidays आ रहे हैं, my family will say, let's go on a vacation. But for me, this is my critical time. बच्चों की एग्जाम्स खत्म होती है, एडमिशन सीजन है, so there is no way I can get out. Alright, now मुझे एक रत्ती भर का दुख नहीं होता कि मैं वेकेशन पे नहीं जा रही हूँ, because I just love what I do. I love, enjoy, I eat, sleep, breathe, chew, drink, education and careers. तो मुझे तो आप बाकी सब चीज़ एक तरफ करो और मुझे क्या नया हो रहा है, क्या ये चैट GPT आया है, how is it going to impact careers? I have spent literally in the last few days, I must have spent literally 200 hours exploring chat GPT and its potential and its downsides. Why? Maybe आप लोगों को बताने के लिए उसका 2% भी मुझे ज़रूरत ना हो, but I have to keep myself informed and educated, and for me that is what gives me my high. So जब आप कोई भी करियर चूज करो तो ये एक फैक्टर जरूर ध्यान में रखकर चूज करना कि ऐसा क्या फील्ड है जिसमें मेरी जो रेगुलर पढ़ाई है, ग्रेजुएशन, पोस्ट ग्रेजुएशन वगैरह करना, उसके बियॉन्ड भी मैं खुद सेल्फ स्टडी कंटिन्यूअस बेसिस तक कौन से फील्ड में करने खुशी से करूँगी या करूँगा. This is a very important factor which will help you in choosing a successful and correct career for you. कोई भी, मेरे पास all these, to Zubin and me, we have all these parents coming. मैम कौन सा career hot है? अरे hot careers are, careers means कि उसमें job है, उसमें पैसा मिलेगा. पर आपको ये नहीं देना कि कौन सा करियर हॉट है, आपको ये देखना है कि मेरे लिए करियर कौन सा हॉट है. Because what is hot for me is not hot for Zubin. It is not hot for my husband and it is not hot for you. Each one of us is wired uniquely. हम जब पढ़ाई नहीं करते हैं तब हम कैसे अपना टाइम स्पेंड करते हैं. Very important. That can be a clue. Somebody will want to go outside and play. Somebody will want to browse, somebody will want to read, somebody will want to juggle something or break something and make something. तो ये सारी चीजें बहुत important है. अपने आप में परखना कि मुझे किस टाइप का काम करने में मजा आता है. Then only after your self exploration is reasonably well done, then you start looking out at what the careers are there in this world which match with my likes, dislikes, personality, values, aptitude, ability. पर शुरुआत हमेशा अपने आप से, and it is not, और उसको बहुत lightly नहीं लेना. Many people will say कि find your passion. Most, अगर मैं आपको अगर पूछूं ना कि what is your passion, most of you will freeze. Or you will mention some, you will confuse your likes with passion. Passion is something that very few people identify at your age. Most people do not even identify it by age 40. वो तो करते करते डिफॉल्ट से ये किया वो किया, चला नहीं, करते you discover your passion. तो passion के लिए अभी टाइम है, but don't sort of confuse your this is. मुझे Netflix देखना बहुत अच्छा लगता है. Is Netflix a passion? No. मुझे पिज्जा खाना, I'm passionate about junk food. तो what you want to become a pizza taster? आप सारे पिज्जा ही खा जाएंगे, फिर प्रॉफिट्स भी खा जाएंगे साथ में. So ये पैशन वर्ड बहुत लूजली बैंडिड है. यू विल डिस्कवर. पैशन कैसे डिस्कवर करोगे? जब आप वो चीज़ ट्राई करोगे, उसमें you will spend your time in that field where that passion is used or harnessed. That is when you will discover your passion. तो उसके लिए बहुत वक्त है अभी. And use the next few years that you have in the school. This अब क्या हो गया? Many people come and say कि मैम अब तो सारा पढ़ाई ऑनलाइन हो रही है. We can, all the chapters are available online. There are these edtech companies जो इतना अच्छा सिखाते हैं, खान अकेडमी से लेके आन अकेडमी से लेके whatever. तो हमें स्कूल जाने की क्या ज़रूरत? बहुत बड़ी ज़रूरत. School is not meant only for study. Schools are meant for your all-round development. This is very important. अभी मैं तो दिल्ली से हूँ. मैं हमारे दिल्ली में we have many schools which are now purely focusing on academics. कि भाई they have become like factories. कि हमारे इतने बच्चे IIT में गए, इतने बच्चे मेडिसिन में गए, वगैरह वगैरह. पर आप उनकी you look at their personalities etc. so brittle. They don't know how to handle failure. They don't know how to work as part of a team. They are so self-centered. It's only about their marks and their performance and their this thing. And life is all about uncertainties. ज़रूरी नहीं कि आपने एग्जाम में आपने सोचा कि आपने अच्छा किया. You made a careless mistake. और आप बहुत अच्छी तरह तैयारी की, लेकिन out of syllabus question आ गए. You didn't know the answers. So life is uncertain. How do you handle uncertainty? That is the other number 2 skill that you have to develop. That change is going to be the only constant in life going forward, and how you navigate that change will determine whether or not you succeed or break or jump down from IIT's 5th floor. ये बहुत important है. आजकल के बच्चे इतने जल्दी brittle हो गए. They just don't know how to handle things that, because parents are feeding them. माँ अभी मुंह से निकला नहीं, पेरेंट्स उनको प्रकट कर देते हैं जो भी चाहिए. लेटेस्ट आईफोन, लेटेस्ट आई वॉच, लेटेस्ट प्ले स्टेशन, लेटेस्ट दिस, लेटेस्ट दैट. So life में how much are parents going to give? So when you are not able to get the other things, you don't know how to handle it. Your parents are not going to be able to take you and make you succeed in your career. How will you handle that? How will you handle a nasty boss? How will you handle a nasty mother-in-law or a nasty husband or a nasty whatever or a nasty colleague? You've got your dream job, absolute dream job. पर आपका जो colleague है, you just can't stand him. So irritating. But can you leave your job? No. तो आपको बर्दाश्त करना है. Not just बर्दाश्त, you have to work as part of a team. Because now you are, जब आप कोई भी मल्टीनेशनल कंपनी के लिए काम करते हो ना, यू वर्किंग एज पार्ट ऑफ अ टीम. तो आपका जो असेसमेंट होता है ना इज टीम असेसमेंट. हाउ हैज योर ग्रुप डिलीवर्ड ऑन XYZ प्रोजेक्ट. तो अगर आपके टीम में आपने बहुत मेहनत की, एंड यू अचीव्ड ऑल योर नंबर्स, बट दिस गाय नेक्स्ट टू यू, ही इज कैजुअल, ही इज नॉट बॉदर्ड, सो ही इज अ लैगर्ड. तो अब the whole team will suffer. In fact, सबकी salaries भी कट हो जाएगी at the end, because वो आपका जो group target था वो नहीं match हुआ. So how to get on with everyone in the team, how to share credit with everybody. We talk of personality development, ना? And personality development में we talk about communication skills, है ना? अब communication skills is not just about being able to speak in English, फूफा मारना. No, that is not just. That's basic. वो तो every school child can do who's studying in a good English medium school. It is how to communicate to the other person and how to listen to the other person. वो क्या बोल रहा है उसको समझना बहुत important है, ना कि बस अपनी झाड़े रहो. एंड वो क्या बोल रहा है उससे भी ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट है वो क्या नहीं बोल रहा. What is he not saying? What is he? So how do you decipher between the lines? These are the little nuances that you need to pick up, develop as you go along. And number 3, of course there are countless others, and I can go on and on, but now Zoom you his counterpart. He has got 2 children who are brilliant at studies. One girl who is outstandingly brilliant. Another boy who is on the way but master of shortcuts. You know, कोई भी चीज़ करनी है उसका shortest possible route निकालेगा और कर लेता है अपना काम. And he, अपनी बहन पहले तो he had given up क्योंकि his sister used to excel at everything. तो he had given up कि ये मेरे बस का है ही नहीं, तो मैं ट्राई नहीं करूँगा. फिर एक बार उसने ट्राई किया and he tasted success. अब he has become competitive but not of her level. तो वो तो हमेशा कहता है कि तेरे जैसे जो है ना पढ़ाकू और नर्ड्स वो तो मेरे लिए काम करेंगे, मैं तो मिलियंस बनाऊंगा और तेरे जैसे को तो मैं हायर कर लूँगा. But that's, you know, jokes apart. तो he will give you his side and his insights into practical parenting and how he and his wife have helped nurture these 2 very diverse kind of children in the family, very different by temperament, etc. तो वो तो हम बात करेंगे. बट ये जो लास्ट पॉइंट आई वांट टू टेल यू इज दैट अगर सपोज 5-6 बच्चे हैं जो IIT मुंबई या दिल्ली से पास आउट हुए and one top company comes, maybe Google comes, and they want 1 out of these 5. So they are all toppers, their CGPAs are all brilliant. उनको लेना है एक बंदा, किसको लेंगे? That one quality which will distinguish you from the others is your curiosity, your enthusiasm to learn, to explore कि ये कैसे होता है. Learn new things. नहीं कि मैंने तो IIT कर लिया अब तो मैं सिर्फ काम करूँगा और कमाऊँगा. No. All the time new things are happening in every single field. You know, you have to be ready to learn and ready to explore and ready to जो नई चीज़ें सीख रहे हैं उसको अपने काम में कैसे शामिल करना. ये जो एक क्यूरियोसिटी है ना, नेचुरल क्यूरियोसिटी, प्लीज़ उसको अगर है तो उसको एनहांस करो, अगर नहीं है तो उसको डेवलप करो. So that is the other quality that is very important. And for parents I would like to tell you one thing. You know, ये जो career planning का सारा ये होता है ना, it is very similar to matchmaking. शादी के लिए जब हम ढूंढते हैं ना हमारे लिए या हमारे बेटों के लिए या nephews के लिए, तो plenty of fish are there in the pond. Plenty, बहुत सारे. पर आपको तो एक चूज करना है ना. आपको plenty से क्या मतलब? आपको एक ही चूज करना है. तो that when it is applied to careers, it has to be something or someone that matches, or job that matches your skill, your temperament, your personality, your values, your need for work-life balance. हर एक का अलग-अलग होता है. कोई workaholics होते हैं, किन्हीं को some people have a lot of hobbies, they want to also do that and enjoy family life and work. Now the careers for them or the level of job for them will be very different. और जो हमारी natural ability है ना, natural, एक भी ऐसा इंसान नहीं होता जिसको भगवान ने कुछ नेचुरल एबिलिटी देकर नहीं भेजा हो. पढ़ाई में अच्छा ना हो तो क्या हुआ? पढ़ाई is one, you know, everyone who passes out of IIT does not end up becoming Sundar Pichai or anybody else. No, there are very few. So you have to identify what it is that makes you tick. What is it that you can do better than other people? In class, in the house, उस पे गौर ज़रूर करना. It's very, very important because what comes to you easily doesn't come naturally easy to other people. And if the job requires that talent, life is made for you. So please try and explore that part of you. And as parents, आप अपने बच्चों को ऑब्जर्व करते हैं. स्कूल में तो दे स्पेंड अ लिमिटेड टाइम, लेकिन बाकी टाइम तो बच्चे आपके पास रहते हैं ना घर में. प्लीज आप ऑब्जर्व करो कि वो क्या ऐसा काम है. 2 बच्चे भी होंगे, जुड़वा भी होंगे, तो उनके एप्टीट्यूड्स और टेम्परामेंट्स अलग होंगे. तो जस्ट ऑब्जर्व दैट. नोबडी कैन डू इट बेटर देन यू. एंड ये जो करियर का फाइंडिंग का प्रोसेस है, इतना मुश्किल प्रोसेस है, इसमें प्लीज आप, यू एंड योर चाइल्ड should work as a team. And the third very important party in this whole situation is your school. And luckily, आपका स्कूल एक ऐसा है, प्रोग्रेसिव स्कूल है, बहुत अच्छा, इतनी सारी एक्स्ट्रा करिकुलर एक्टिविटीज़ है, and in the higher classes the numbers are relatively smaller, which means that the teachers can pay individual attention to every child, which is very important. जो ये करियर गाइडेंस का आता है ना, जैसे आज अभी बोर्ड एग्जाम्स खत्म हुए, suddenly all the schools are inviting us to give a talk. हाँ, वो आग लग गई तो कुआं खोद. No, career guidance, and especially when the numbers are small and manageable, career guidance can be, it's sort of embedded into the school curriculum from a much junior class, say from class 9 onwards, so that by that आपके teachers observe करते हैं ना, कौन सा बच्चा पढ़ाई में अच्छा है, कौन सा बच्चा एक्स्ट्रा करिकुलर में अच्छा है, कौन सा स्पोर्ट्स में अच्छा है, कौन सा किस में, and all of that plus combined with your academic ability, and on top of that a good test like the eye opener that I was talking about, and the chances of trial and error will be cut short to a very, very large extent. Very large extent. Academics is important, but the other aspects of developing your personality, developing your confidence, जैसे अभी the two children who stood here and so nicely saying the introduction, now every such opportunity that you can get, please grab it. Grab it to the hilt. Worst comes to worst, क्या होगा? You'll freeze on stage. That's all that will happen. कोई हंस लेगा. That's all. You'll provide humor to others. जान तो नहीं ले लेगा ना. Please practice all these skills while you are in school. And there's no better forum to be doing that than in school. So please make most of your, of your whatever school years are left. Also, the third very important point before I hand it over to Zubin is the relevance and importance of networking. What is networking? Making friends across the board, making mentors across the board. क्योंकि आप और जो स्कूल में आपकी फ्रेंडशिप्स आप फॉर्ज करोगे ना, वो जिंदगी भर के लिए रहेगी, जिंदगी भर के लिए. आप उसके बाद कॉलेज जाएंगे, MBA कर लेंगे, अमेरिका चले जाएंगे, इधर करेंगे, अपना बिजनेस स्टार्टअप शुरू करेंगे, और एनी हेल्प दैट यू नीड अक्रॉस इंडस्ट्रीज, आपके दोस्त कहीं ना कहीं होंगे. इफ यू कीप अप योर नेटवर्किंग, अपॉर्चुनिटीज आपको ऐसे पता चलेगी जो आपको मीडिया में, न्यूज़पेपर में, टीवी में तो बहुत बाद में आएगी. So, develop your bonds, your friendships with each other, with your teachers and things like that. It is invaluable as far as an asset or skill is concerned going forward. Okay, now Zubin can take over and fill in the gaps.
You can come.
All right.
Good morning. No, needs a little louder. I know you've been sitting for quite a while. Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Okay. I know I'm in a school and a fancy auditorium, but I'm going to ask a question which is a naughty question. All your headmasters and principals are looking this way. They're not going to be able to see you. How many of you really love school?
I'm looking at the...
No, don't. How many of you would love school even more if there was less studies? And how much less? 50% less? 100% less? Okay, what would happen if there was no studies in school? If you had to design your own school day, wherever you are, just raise your hand, tell us what you do. How would you spend between 8 a.m. and 2 p.m. if there was no academics? घर पे पढ़ो.
पर स्कूल आना है.
पर स्कूल आना है. How would you spend that 6 hours? Anyone? All those who said they'd love school much more if there was less of academics. चलो, 2 class दिन में. How would you want your school day to be structured? Only sports? It can't be gaming in school. तो क्या होना चाहिए? Everyone should do 4 hours of theatre, 3 hours of music, some yes, 2 hours of painting, sculpture, dance, swimming, tennis, gymming, okay? 5 hours of gymming, okay? How many of you are IPL fans? Oh, not many. Okay. So when Pervin ma'am was talking to you about, and I was just listening, and I thought if I was a student, I would be very, very scared. बहुत उन्होंने scary चीजें आपको बताई ना? Careers जो आज पता ही नहीं, वो आगे जाके होंगे, जो आज पता हैं, वो खत्म हो जाएंगे. Continuous change, continuous learning. These are all very scary things to hear. But if I take a cricket example, who knows when was the first test match ever played, roughly? Even I didn't know, I had to Google it while I was thinking of this. Anyone take a guess? Australia versus England, absolutely correct. Roughly when? Close, about 20 years before that. I think the date is around 1873 or 1877. Good effort, okay? Tabhi bhi distance of the cricket pitch was the same as it is today?
Yes, sir. 24 yards.
Okay. How many stumps?
3 stumps.
How many fielders in the fielding team?
11.
How many teams in the participating?
2.
Okay. In T20, how many stumps?
3.
How many players?
11, 22.
So, how much? Thank you. How much has cricket changed? There's DRS, there's third umpire, there's greater fitness, there are all kinds of things that have happened. Massive changes. They play in colored clothing, they earn far more money. But the fundamentals of batting, bowling, fielding remain the same. While you are in school is the time when you can build on your fundamentals. Some in academics, and more important than the actual subject matter is how to put in an effort in studying and learning a subject. And number 2, what right in the end ma'am spoke about are these would be called soft skills, right? What you know, your degree, your subject area knowledge, these are your hard skills. Your soft skills are how you deal with people, how you communicate, how you manage your time, how do you collaborate, how do you critically look at a situation and analyze it, right? These are all soft skills. Your precious time in school is your greatest opportunity to start building on and developing your soft skills and your interests. You will say, what will happen if I do theatre? I did a lot of theatre in school and college, which means that unprepared, you can wake me up from my sleep, give me a cup of coffee, and I can come and talk to you. Because I know how to tackle that fear of standing up on a stage and talking to a diverse audience. Somebody does debating, somebody does quizzing, someone does singing. You may think that these are just small activities. No. When you do them and do them in a sustained manner, जो आपको उससे एक सीख मिलती है, एक confidence मिलती है, that can be transferred to other areas of your life as well. So remember, test match cricket played in whites to T20 cricket, the fundamentals remain the same. You can go from one job to another job, one career to another career, and many things would be different, but there are many things that you can carry forward, or what are called transferable skills. When somebody tells me that 50% of the jobs or careers as we know it in 15 years will no longer exist, how do I guide a young person? You will tell them, you will work on your fundamentals, you will move forward and evaluate the opportunities, but you will work on transferable skills, you will work on soft skills, you will work on yourself in order to be able to navigate that uncertain and question mark filled world. Okay, what is a career? We all talked about career guidance, career planning. What is a career? Anyone? We have class 10, 11 and 12 here? 9th also, okay, starting early. Anyone, just stand up, there's no right or wrong answer. What do you think is a career? Somebody raise a hand or I'll pick someone. Okay.
Something that we want to pursue in our future.
Something that you want to pursue in your future. To what end? To what goal or objective?
The goal can be personal. It depends on what aspiration you have.
Okay. So if I just sit at home and paint and I don't show those paintings to anyone, is that a career?
Definitely not, sir.
No.
That's your hobby.
That's my hobby, okay. So therefore, what is missing in how you define the career?
Showing it to the public.
Okay. And then? Anyone else wants to add to that? Thank you, that was good. What's one small element missing? I'd prefer if students were to take an attempt at it first. Parents are very wise. Anyone else?
Should I?
Try, ma'am.
A source of income.
Sure. So it's something that you're doing, right? That's part of what takes up a lot of your time and attention, but which is also giving you a livelihood. Okay? How long do you think is a career? Or could be your career? Ever thought of that? Okay. Government service retirement age. Kisko pata hai? Okay. Average student age in this hall is about 15, 16. Right? You'll have 13 to 17-year-olds here, so somewhere in between. By the time you finish school, finish college, say 4 years, right? So you finish school around 18, 4 years of college on average, so that takes your age to 22. You may work a year or not, or directly do your masters, that's another 2 years. Age 24. Okay, so let's just take it at a round figure of 25. So from the age of 25 till about the age of 60, on average could be your career span. For some and in many fields, it could go on even till 80. But let's just keep it at 60. So 60 minus 25, who's good in mental maths? 35. 35 years is an average career span. That's more than double the average age of the students here. So now somebody tells you, think of something that you'd like to do for 35 years, and that's not including another 10 years of study and preparation in its run-up. Very scary. Right? So we will not look at 35. That's too long a horizon. We will break it down into smaller chunks, smaller goals and intermediate goals. Okay, Garmi ka season aa raha hai. Who loves ice cream? Not everyone. Okay, from wherever you are, just shout out your favorite flavor of ice cream. Chocolate and vanilla, vanilla and chocolate. Okay. Oreo, okay, butterscotch. Any other flavors?
American nuts.
Okay. I'm not red velvet, coffee, strawberry, anyone? Mango. I'm seeing a lovely yellow mango color on the shirts. Okay. Which of these is the best flavor? Is there a best flavor? Why isn't there a best flavor? Because of the choices. No, so you have 30 flavors in front of you. So why is that not the best choice? Why is chocolate not the best choice? Yeah.
Because we all have unique palates.
You all have unique palates. Or that flavor is best for that person. You can take the same argument about colors, actors, sportspersons, and careers. Is there a best career? Is being an IAS officer the best career in India? Is being the Prime Minister the best career or job in India? Is being the head of Google in India the best career in India? Is being a Supreme Court judge being the best career? Is being a career counselor the best career in India? The answer is, it depends on that person. Right? So, ये अपने दिमाग से please, this is both for parents as well as for the young impressionable children. हमारे दिमाग में एक लिस्ट है 5, 6, 7, 8 करियर्स की जो कहीं सुनी कॉमन नोन कॉन्वर्सेशंस में आती है और हम इन्हीं पे अड़े रहते हैं. नहीं देखते कि there are so many other fields and unfortunately the careers that are top of mind are also often the careers, apart from acting in cricket, are also often the careers that 0.1% people get to because they need that kind of academic excellence and performance. So what happens to 99.9% of the others? That is where the skills that you pick up, the other extracurricular abilities that you have, and when you can marry that, join that, combine that with your academic abilities, will give you unique and interesting career options. I had the other day a young boy who had come in, very interested in sports, but said, "नहीं, मेरे को medicine करना है." So I said, "All right, why do you want to do medicine, doctor, this, that?" I said, "You really want to heal people. It's kind of a depressing job. You're always surrounded by disease, by illness. People only come to you when they're in difficulty, in pain. They're not coming to share their happiness and joy with you." So, okay, then academics came into the picture, didn't really show up, but he still had a very strong interest in biology. Now, you can combine your interest in sports and biology and make that a career. Sports medicine, but that's still doing MBBS. You could be doing physiotherapy. You could get into fancy word, sports biomechanics, right? Or I'll now question for the parents. How many of you go to a gym? How many of you have consulted a nutritionist, a dietitian, wellness, yoga? नहीं किया है पर हर 1st Jan पे एक resolution तो बनता है. There are people who are doing this work, right? So often we are only looking at those headline careers. Engineering सोचेंगे तो सिर्फ कंप्यूटर साइंस ही देखेंगे वरना और कुछ नहीं देखेंगे क्योंकि वो न्यूज़पेपर की हेडलाइन की गूगल ने इतनी सैलरी दी वो ही हम सोचते हैं. पर इस हॉल की जो साउंड क्वालिटी आपने नोटिस किया जब शुरू में इंट्रोड्यूस कर रहे थे 5 सेकंड के लिए माइक बंद हो गया था. We could all still hear him. That's acoustics. That without this mic you can still hear me across in the hall. That's sound engineering. That's acoustics in designing this space. Somebody who has designed this, the technology to communicate. In the 70s and 80s, there was a series used to come called Star Trek. I don't know how many of you have seen it. Parents are nodding. It was fascinating. The captain had this little device he would do like this, whichever planet he had gone, and he could communicate. This is reality of that today. And it's not just computer science engineers. And it's not just engineers. There is a whole host of careers and fields, and especially for those who are not even in the 80% and above. You know, counseling and guiding students who are academically bright and motivated, that's actually the easiest task that we do. Often the more challenging is how to figure out how to motivate somebody. Just because you're in 60s and 70s doesn't mean you don't work harder. That's not the meaning that you should take from what I'm saying. But there are fields for you. There are careers which play to your strengths. If I want to be a world-class pastry chef, how I did in school in Padhai has very little impact. And those people are the ones today who are judges on MasterChef India. How many of you have seen it? Yeah? You all heard about their stories during the show or read about them. Event management. This entire, I keep telling my son that I'm not interested in ITF because I call it a circus. But every such circus requires a tremendous amount of organizing and planning. That's event management. The other thing, somewhere I read, ma'am talked about ChatGPT, one of the areas which are least impacted by ChatGPT and their like and artificial intelligence. Do you know what's the number one field? Agriculture. I'm just taking that as a joke, but fields where there is human physical involvement cannot be replaced so easily by AI.